Hello. This is my first video, and today we are going to be giving you a bit of a tour of this redstone world I've started. This will be my first video. So we'll begin already here by showing you a couple different machines, I suppose, that I've created. So first we're going to start with this counter, you could call it, I suppose. It's a two-digit counter here. That every time you press a button, it goes up by one number. So you could count out to 99 and then it resets. So we'll be displaying this. And we'll make a new video after this showing you how all these machines work. But for now, we're just showing you their functions and what they do. So we'll begin just by pressing this button. So as you can see, it changes that to 29 and then 30, as you can see. And then 31, and then so on, of course, so on. It will just keep going on and on, just keep pressing. And there's a lot that's going on back here to count everything, which we'll, of course, I've said we'll go into later on. So this is the first machine. I have done a little bit of research on how to make one of these, and I made it a two-digit one, which took a bit to figure out, but I got it working in the end, which is all that matters. So that works. It's not beautiful. Some stuff sticks out right now, but that's okay. I like it though. I kind of enjoy just pressing the button. So yeah, there you go. Now, move on to the next machine. Okay, we're now at the next machine here, which is basically a screen with individual pixels that can display basically anything you want. So here, as you can see right now, this screen on the left says hi, and there's a smiley face here. But this one's interesting, because up here, it's more of like a drawing game you could play with a friend or something like that. Up here, you can draw stuff. So as you can see, when you flick one of these levers, it can turn on a pixel off and on. So we could change this to like a frowning face, like so, by changing the order of how everything is, and then that translates down here. Now it's a sad guy, and you could do the exact same here. You could really do whatever you want, I suppose. Like you could make this guy have different eyes or something, and maybe if you lowered this mouth to like make that and make a funny looking guy or something, I don't know. Maybe add a nose, or I don't know, something funny like that. And that's basically how that is. And again, we'll go into all the details and how it all works after, but that is the functions of this. So you could do like a drawing competition or something like that. And basically how these pixels work, I have a little example over here by this machine. This is 4 of them, because each pixel is 4 of these blocks. So if I place 4 of them here, that is 1 pixel individually. So like this would be 1. That's 1 pixel. And to make that work, if you activate a pixel with a lever or some kind of power source, it will turn it on. So you can do whatever you want, different patterns and whatever to make those drawings. And that's basically how that works. Just that's on a much bigger scale. Because this never really got finished, and it was more of a fail, but it's like the counter one, but just individual levers to it, so you have a display of 1. So just this is a bigger scale. You have 2, and then the third one has not ever been finished. This has more just been scrapped. It's just still here. But so yeah, that works with those pixels I've already mentioned there. All right, now on to the next machine. Okay, we're on to the third machine now. We're going to go through this one faster because it's very similar to the last one. So it's one of those screens that you can draw on, but this time it plays like not a recording, but more like, it displays like stuff. I'll show you. So if you press this start button here, it will make this line, like a worm almost, that's very just pixelated, go around and down slowly, as you can see. And it will constantly loop forever right now. So it'll go to the end and then restart at the top right there, like that. But once it gets near the end, you can press this stop button like that. And now when it gets to the end, it should now stop. So that should stop now. It should. Yeah, okay, it didn't go through. And we'll talk about how that works later on. But that is that machine. So very, very cool. We're going to fly over here quickly because there's some of the last machines. This one. This is a farming machine that has wheat currently up here. That will auto-harvest it when you press a button. And there's 3 layers of it. So you press this button here. Yes, you'll see water will rush through and take all of the stuff here and put it in the hoppers. And then that will all start adding up, as you can see in here. So that is how this machine works. Then you press it again, the water stops. And then you would have to replant all your crops. And to get in there properly, there is doors over here to access every single one. So yeah, there's hoppers at the end of all these to collect. That is that machine. So there you go. This one is not too complicated or anything, pretty basic, but I feel like making it, and I might as well show it off. So there you go. Moving on to the next one. Okay, we're back now on to the next build. So I lied, this isn't really a machine, it's more of like a base with a cool thing. Or a secret base, yes. And just to let you guys know, this is a disclaimer. All these designs, not all of them are original. Just to let you know, they've been modified ones from other creators that I've tinkered with and messed with and modified. Just to let you know. So it's not original. Anyways, let's move on. So what happens in here is if you, there's nothing really in it or anything. Everything's empty. Pretty normal. Some sand piles on the outside, make it look kind of obvious, but you could build it against a wall or something. But if you add a stack of any object into this furnace, if you wait a second, a hole will open up in here, and then you can go down here into your secret base, where there's literally nothing right now, but that is basically all this does, and then you could take it out, and then it'll close back up and go back to normal, so you could store your valuables in there if you would like. So that is basically everything that is ready to display, I guess. There is a mob farm being worked on that is like sort stuff, but it's not complete over there. It's that white building looking thing. But that is everything here, so I hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any suggestions for me for creating new things in the future, sure. Or if you want to do other things, I have an idea to make a survival video with some add-ons I have to show you guys off. And yeah, so I'll probably be making that and then see what you guys like. So any suggestions, leave those down below. And thank you for watching.